Good morning guys, it is Tuesday. It is so sunny, it's crazy. This weekend has been awesome. I went to the cinema, played some poker with Chris and his brother, and guess who won? I won £15. Yeah. Yesterday was bank holiday Monday and I literally just hardly did anything. I actually slept until about 12:30 or something ridiculous like that. It was quite nice, but also quite lazy, but oh well, it was bank holiday, why not? I'm actually going to be able to drive my car, which is going to be very nice to get back into my car. Although Chris said that because he nipped it to the shop to pick up some bits because it's a petrol car and his is diesel, so he took the petrol car, and he said there's a thing coming up about the battery. Oh God. But I think it's just because I've not driven it all week because I've been at home. So if I give it a few runs this week, then hopefully it will keep it sort of ticking over. So yeah, but anyway, I'm going to head off and I'm definitely going to need my sunglasses. Good morning, it is Wednesday and today I'm going for my pre-assessment for my surgery. I don't actually know what this entails, so it'll be interesting because I can't really remember the last time it was an emergency situation, whereas this is elective, so it's probably going to be different anyway. But yeah, I'm going to see them and I assume it's just talking through what's going to happen in the surgery and all that jazz. And then tomorrow, which they wanted to do today but they didn't have an appointment available, so it's tomorrow, but I'm seeing a stoma nurse. So just talking about the fact that I'll be having a colostomy and all that jazz. So good times. I'm really excited, I don't know why, but my surgery is a week tomorrow. I am back home. Pre-assessment went pretty straightforward. They took swabs from my nose, my groin, they did a urine sample, they did blood tests. So they've got all that information ready for next week. I had to fill out all this paperwork about just like personal details, next of kin, who's going to be looking after me while I, when I go home, and all that kind of stuff. And then they basically went through what's going to happen on the day. So I'm having a morning surgery. So on the night before, I have to do my anti-clot injection at 6 p.m. Then at 9 p.m. I have to have a sachet of energy drink mix-up thing. It's a carbohydrate drink thing to keep my energy levels up, because I won't be eating from like anything the next day. So from midnight the night before, I can't have anything. And then the next morning, the morning of the surgery, I can have only water until 6:30 in the morning. But at about 6 o'clock, that's when I have my second energy sachet thing of this carbohydrate stuff. So when it comes to the actual surgery, I would have had my anti-clot injection and that would have all kicked in, and my carbohydrate drinks to keep my energy up for during the surgery, which is really cool. I didn't have anything like that at Leicester, but I don't know whether that's just because I had the emergency surgery or whether it's just a thing they're doing at Peterborough. I don't know. I don't know how long the surgery will be. That might be the conversation that I have with the surgeon next week, and especially in terms of anaesthetic and the closing procedure, which is what I've been thinking about for the last few months, about how I would want him to close up the wound. My first operation, I had a really bad recovery with just the glue, and I think from what I've heard from other people and just generally what my gut feeling is, I would prefer to have staples and glue if they have to do both. I don't know how it works, but yeah, definitely have staples, because then I just feel like, I don't know if it's just a psychological thing, I don't know what it is, but I think I would feel a lot better knowing that it was definitely closed. So yeah, it's all like everything getting ready for the big event. I'm so excited. I have ordered just a couple of samples of the Sensura Mio 2-piece closed, just because obviously I'll have a colostomy and have a closed bag rather than drainable, so that was going to be a bit weird. So I've ordered some samples from the charter website, so that's going to be good. I know I'll end up having a transparent bag at first. Obviously they need to see the stoma and make sure it's looking alright and working alright and everything. I hate the transparent bags. Not that I don't, I mean, stoma's a stoma, you know, I don't really mind seeing it, but I just want to wear like the new Sensual Mio. It just looks so cool. And I keep seeing pictures of people wearing theirs and I'm like, oh, I really want to wear it, because my stoma at the minute is just a nightmare, and the only bag that seems to work is at the minute is the Sensual X Pro, which is good for really kind of like aggressive output, which my ileostomy has. So, but hopefully when I switch to a colostomy, it won't be so like base plate eating, basically. That's what happens with my stoma. So hopefully when I switch to a colostomy, it won't be so aggressive, and it will be, I can then switch to a Sensual Mio, but we shall see. Also, I've been sharing a link for the Core 4, which is the project that I was working on with Coloplast and a couple of other people that I didn't want to tell too much about, but it's up, it's done, it's ready, you can see it. I edited it, so hopefully you think it's good. So that's up. I will leave a link to that so you can go and have a look at it. It's on the website, which I'll link you to. You can either watch the whole video or you can watch the 4 individual exercises. And they're basically really easy, gentle exercises, not like sit-ups, don't panic. It's just like these gentle core exercises where they're really subtle little movements, but it just, as you sort of keep at them, it will just help strengthen your core. So it's perfect for me right now because I'm obviously pre-op. I mean, I've only got like a week to go, but still, I'm pre-op. So I can do those exercises, and then also post-op so that I don't kind of lose that strength within my abdomen. And also what I need to remember is that after my surgery, you have the temptation of like just kind of going a bit fetal, because obviously if it's painful, you tend to want to do that, and you end up having that hunch, which sucks because then when you have to straighten up, it really hurts. So I need to try and remember to lie when I'm in bed, where possible, to lie as straight as possible, or if I don't want to lie down, sit up in a chair. So that's my mission. We will see if that actually happens. Probably not, who knows. Good morning guys, it is Thursday. Today is officially a week until my surgery. Very excited. Today I've got to go and see a stoma nurse because I don't really know why. They've obviously just booked it in. I assume it's just procedure, you know, before having ostomy surgery you just have to see a stoma nurse. I've had 2 stomas for the last 6 years, so it's not like I don't know how to manage the stoma, but I assume that they just want to still see me and talk things through and everything, but I should be okay. Like I don't think I've got any questions, because the only question I did have was about irrigation, because if I obviously have a colostomy, I can have the option to irrigate, but I think it depends on whereabouts my stoma is kind of finally located, which where it is at the minute I think it is, but if he for whatever reason, I say he, the surgeon, if for whatever reason he decides to move the stoma or take any bowel out or anything, that could affect whether I can irrigate. So I think it just really depends on you know, what happens in the surgery, but if I can irrigate, I've already been on the Colostomy Association website, and on there it tells me, like, it's got a load of information on there, and also on the Coloplast website they've got information on how to irrigate, and I think they've got a video. I'm pretty sure I've seen a video on it anyway. So yeah, I know all about irrigation. I have actually irrigated my mucous fistula before, so I have physically done it too. So that I'm not really that worried about. It was just whether I can, and if so, that'd be good. But I think, like I say, I don't think it's the stoma nurse that can tell me at this point. I think it's going to be more after my surgery and what actually happens and where the stoma is and which part of the bowel they use and blah blah blah. So if it's still the same stoma and it's the exact same place, then I should be fine to irrigate. But if for whatever reason they remove any bowel, obviously it might have a knock-on effect. In terms of products, I'm pretty savvy as to what's coming out and what's the latest product, so it's not like I'm not aware of what's there, but it'd still be good to connect with a stoma nurse, and from a psychological point of view, I'm totally there. Like I'm just excited. So yeah, I don't have to get my head around it as such. It's just learning to manage a different type of stoma, that's all. Good evening. Went to see the stoma nurse. I think she was probably surprised that I was so excited about the surgery, and she was like, you know, do you have any questions? And I didn't really have any, and then she was like, how are you feeling about it? And I was just like, I'm just really, really excited. So yeah, she gave me a big kind of like pack of information and stuff like that. But a lot of it I already know. And what they are doing at Peterborough at the minute is like what was it called? Something like enhanced recovery, something or other, where they basically try and get you through recovery pretty quickly. So by like the second day, they want you out of your bed for like 6 hours or more. So like not just stood there, obviously like sitting in the chair rather than being in bed, which is kind of what I wanted to do anyway, because I didn't want to have that hunched thing. Like after my last surgery, I was all hunched over, so I want to be as straight as possible. So obviously being out of bed will help with that. So it's actually what I wanted to do this time around anyway, because last time I was really bad. Well, I say I was really bad. I mean, I had a big infection and my wound reopened, so I couldn't really do a lot of like running around. But you know what I mean? Like I want to be have a better recovery, and I think part of that is getting up and getting out of bed and moving and, you know, doing all the stuff that I'm supposed to. So yeah, hopefully it'll be a much better experience than my first one, because yeah, my first one was pretty horrific. So but yeah, so that was that. And then we went for lunch at the Costa, and we had like a ham and cheese toasty at Costa, which is in the hospital itself anyway, so that was quite nice. And then we just came home, and now it is the evening and Chris is at work, so I've just been catching up on all my YouTube stuff and watching a couple of videos. Been watching Ab Fab. There's the new Ab Fab movie coming out soon, which I'm really, really excited about. I love Ab Fab. So yeah, I've just been watching some of that as well. So it's been quite chilled out. We're hoping that if the weather's nice this weekend, that we're going to go to the seaside. We were going to do it, was it last week or the week before? But this weekend we're going to do it because this is my last weekend of freedom before my surgery. So we thought we'd go to the seaside and, I don't know, make the most of it, I guess. So yeah,